Well, if you've ever wondered what you're going to look like when you're older, well, now you can. The scary part is if you smoke or spend a lot of time in the sun, you may not look so good. Ron Esty of Aprilage Development joins us now in studio to talk about this new software. Now, all morning long, if you've been with us, Ron, we've been taking those photos of the four of us, Alan, myself, Pooja, and Bill, and we've been checking out how we would look, aged. And Scott Peterson as well, aged with,
with smoking added and with other lifestyle factors like sun exposure and healthy eating or non-healthy eating imposed.
Exactly. So let's have a look at some of these pictures now and tell me how the software works and what we've done to these photos.
The software takes your image, an image of any individual, and compares it to a database of about 7,000 people that we've researched over the last 6 years. And from those 7,000 people, we have extracted aging data, lifestyle data in terms of sun exposure, weight characteristics, and we basically apply those to your image to extrapolate what you will look like if you smoke or just if you age, and if you age healthily and if you don't age healthily.
So that's me, and then this is me if I smoked.
That looks like you have some smoking and some pretty heavy-duty sun exposure as well. It looks like you put a little weight on there as well.
Yeah, what's all the brown spots?
If you have a high level of sun exposure over your life, you tend to get a leathery characteristic to your skin, a breakdown of the underlying structures of the skin, and that comes out as black spots and blotchiness.
Okay. Now, this software you've introduced to schools across North America.
That's correct. The original program was developed at the Ontario Science Centre here in Toronto in conjunction with our company. Then working with the Roswell Park Cancer Institute in Buffalo, they asked us to trigger the effects of smoking on the regular aging parameters that are in the software. And so we do a side-by-side. We'll go into a high school and take a picture of a 13-year-old girl, middle schools and high schools, or a 13-year-old boy, and then we can show them if you smoke, you will look like this. If you don't smoke, you will look like this, and we do a side-by-side.
So how do they react? Well,
it's actually quite surprising. The most dramatic I saw was we were in Tonawanda High School in Buffalo about a year ago. And a 16-year-old girl was the subject, and she had on a hoodie as her picture was taken. And as she started to age, she kept drawing the hood over her head, and every 10 years she would peek out and shriek and then cover herself up again because it was so dramatic, the changes to her face.
And now this software obviously is to deter or to discourage young people from engaging in smoking, bad habits, right?
Well, not just young people. I mean, and we can age anyone, and we actually used some people who are 40, 50 years old, and there are still dramatic effects that happen even then.
Now this is Bill, and he's
Bill's in Oakville.
Bill's in Oakville, and look, he's aging. What's happening to under his mouth? And
what happens if you smoke? And this looks like strictly a smoking characteristic. Your face changes pallor. Fundamentally, you're smoking your face like a ham.
Wow.
And if you and what happens is, and he's a very expressive face, and so what happens is that your normal wrinkle patterns get exacerbated, and so they get deeper, they get darker. That's right. And so you can pretty well predict where they're going to be. They just get deeper, and the color of your face changes.
Okay, can anybody get this software? Can anybody do this?
Right now, it's primarily sold to institutions, hospitals, school boards. We have an online version that's coming up in January, and people will be able to log on to our website and do themselves, do their family, do the birthday party.
Is it expensive?
It's expensive now because of the industrial version, but we're trying to make it so it's accessible to everyone on our website.
All right, Ron Esty, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.
An eye-opener, really.